This episode of Against the Odds is brought to you by Card Kingdom. To pick up the deck and support the show, follow the link in the description box down below. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. So last week, we had another all M19 Against the Odds poll, and in the end, it was the sweet bet-making artifact, Desecrated Tomb, that came out on top. So this week, we are heading to Modern to see if we can make some bets with a value-heavy, combo-ish, very grindy, graveyard-based, discard-based deck that I'm calling Squee's Tomb. So, a quick reminder before we break down Squee's Tomb for Modern. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Against the Odds in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. Oh yeah, one other thing, if you want to vote for next week's Against the Odds deck, make sure to follow the link in the description box down below. It'll take you to an article on the site. Down at the bottom, you will find a poll with some more fun M19 options. So anyway, let's talk Squee's Tomb in Modern, starting with the tomb itself. So Desecrated Tomb, our winning card this week, is pretty interesting. For 3 mana, you get an artifact that makes it so whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, you get a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. So the important thing about Desecrated Tomb is no matter how many creatures leave your graveyard, you're only getting 1 bat. So let's say you cast a Tasigur, exile 4 creatures from your graveyard, you're still getting a single bat. So the trick of making Desecrated Tomb really powerful is to have a bunch of things that repeatedly move themselves in and out of the graveyard one by one. So the main combo of this deck and support card is Squee Goblin Nabob. So Squee is one of the more unique creatures that's ever been printed. It's a 3 mana 1/1, which is not exciting at all. However, at the beginning of your upkeep, if Squee is in your graveyard, you get to return it back to your hand. So the main plan of this deck is to get Desecrated Tomb, or 1 or more, on the battlefield, and then just keep moving Squees in and out of our graveyard. If we can discard a Squee, or 2 or 3 or 4 Squees, they're all going to come back to our hand, which means with a Desecrated Tomb out, we're just getting a 1/1 bat for each Squee that we get into our graveyard, and then if we can discard them again, we get more bats, do it again and again and again. So it basically turns Desecrated Tomb into like this crazy Bitter Blossom type effect, or even like a Lingering Souls when we get to our max engine part of the game, where we're just getting all 4 Squeebuses back, getting 4 bats for free, discarding the Squeeze, doing it again, and we just overwhelm our opponent with 1/1 flying bat value. So along with Squee, we have some other cards that work well with Desecrated Tomb. Bloodghast fits really well in our deck because we can discard it or mill it into our graveyard, play a land, comes back. Not only are we getting back a 2/1 for free, but it's coming along with a 1/1 bat token, assuming we have a Desecrated Tomb, and then we can just swing it with Bloodghast. If it dies, we play a land or sack a fetch land, get it back, get another bat. So another free value piece with our Desecrated Tomb. Otherwise, we have Stinkweed Imp and Golgari Thug, and these cards are interesting with Desecrated Tomb. So on one hand, these are enabler, so kind of our primary goal with this deck is to play Desecrated Tombs and then hopefully get all 4 Squees into our graveyard or into our hand to find all 4 Squees, because that's when we can get that engine of discarding all 4 Squees, getting them all back for free, getting 4 bats for free. So having Stinkweed and Golgari Thug really help there because we can just skip our turn, dredge a bunch of cards to help us find our Squeeze and our Bloodghast and some other graveyard stuff we'll talk about. The other cool thing is Desecrated Tomb triggers whenever a creature leaves our graveyard. It doesn't care where it's going, exile, our hand, the battlefield. So when we dredge a Stinkweed Imp or a Golgari Thug, we're actually getting a bat for that as well. So it's another way we can make even more bats. So let's say we have all 4 Squeeze, we have a Stinkweed Imp in our graveyard, we dredge Stinkweed Imp, we get a bat with Desecrated Tomb, we get back all 4 of our Squeeze for free. For 0 mana, we're making 5 1/1 flyers with Desecrated Tomb. So the next part of the deck, along with all these graveyard synergies to trigger Desecrated Tomb, is kind of our discard outlets and our main engine. And what we're really trying to get set up is Zombie Infestation along with our Desecrated Tomb and Squee. So Zombie Infestation is a 2-mana enchantment, lets us discard 2 cards to make a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So let's say, just a very simple, easy example, that is basically what our deck's trying to do. We get 1 Desecrated Tomb on the battlefield. Through our dredging and card draw, we end up finding 2 copies of Squee. This means every single turn, for 0 mana, we can discard the 2 Squees, make a 2/2 zombie, and then at our next upkeep, we get back the 2 Squees, which is going to make 2 1/1 bat tokens, and then we can just do it again. So every turn, 0 mana, we're getting a 2/2 on the ground, and we're getting 2 1/1 flyers, which is enough to beat a lot of decks by itself. Endless chump blockers, tons of threats in the air, and it just gets better and better, because eventually, we're not going to have 1 Desecrated Tomb. We're going to have 2 or 3 Desecrated Tombs. So every Squee is going to be making multiple bats each turn. And then eventually, we're not going to have 1 Squee or 2 Squees. We're going to have all 4 Squees, which it just gets out of control really, really quickly. So Zombie Infestation, Squee, Desecrated Tomb, that is the primary engine we're trying to get set up. We also have Faithless Looting, Cathartic Reunion, which are ways that we dig through our deck in the early game. Find our tomb, find our Squeeze, dredge a bunch of times with our Stinkweed Imps, etc. And then they also give us ways to discard our stuff for free, which is really nice. Like Faithless Looting, the downside is you gotta discard 2 cards to draw 2. So you're not actually coming out ahead in cards, but if you're discarding Squeeze, that's like free discards because they're coming back to your hand anyway. So we're actually kind of generating card advantage with both of these cards. Plus, with all of our dredge effects, Faithless Looting in specific, awesome because we can just dredge it over, flash it back, and then we can dredge a bunch more times to find more Squeeze and make more bats. Cathartic Reunion, just kind of our backup card draw spell. Then we have some removal that also doubles as discard outlets. Lightning Axe, 1 mana, 5 damage to a creature. Of course, you got to pay 5 extra or discard a card, but we want to discard a card. So it's just 1 mana, instant speed, kill pretty much most of the things that see play in the format, and we just discard a Squee or a dredge card. Collective Brutality, we can discard up to 2 cards with Escalate. Also gives us some discard in the main deck. Thoughtseize, more additional discard. Not great at getting Squeeze in our graveyard, although we could target ourselves in a pinch. Mana Base, we get some fetch lands, we get some basic lands, we get some shock lands, green mana for a sideboard card we're about to talk about, Black Cleave Cliffs. As far as the sideboard, Destructive Revelry is the reason we are splashing green. It is really important because we really need to be able to kill enchantments. One of the things that is very bad for our deck is Graveyard Hate, and while some decks are using Relic of Progenitus, let's say, other decks have Rest in Peace or Leyline of the Void. Destructive Revelry in the green splash gives us a way we can actually deal with the Graveyard Hate, because our deck is much, much worse when we're just like hard casting Squeeze, hard casting Bloodghast, Desecrated Tomb's not doing anything. So getting the Graveyard Hate off the battlefield, very important. A bunch more removal. Damnation is a sweeper. Dark Blast, really good against little creature decks, more dredging. Lightning Axe for bigger things. For combo, we have Damping Sphere, Blood Moon to kind of jank people out when fighting against Tron, Leyline of the Void, Graveyard Hate that doesn't hit on our graveyard, and that is Squeeze Tomb for Modern. And that is our Against the Odds deck for this week, and I am really excited for this deck. I feel like this deck actually seems pretty good. We have good creatures, we have a very strong free engine that once our deck gets going, it makes a pretty overwhelming amount of value. Plus, being in black, we get some discard to fight against combo decks. We have good ways of churning through our deck with our Faithless Suitings, with our Cathartic Reunions. We get good sideboard cards. So I feel like this deck is actually a pretty sweet way of abusing Desecrated Tomb, and I am really excited to see how it works, because I think it might actually be pretty good. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Let's get to the gameplay so you can see how Squeeze Tomb actually works in practice. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap-up. Alright, Against the Odds time. We are playing Squeeze Tomb in Modern. This hand's slightly annoying, but it's actually pretty close to what we want. Ugh. In fact, okay. Opponent passes. Well, let's Collective Brutality. Might as well 3-mode it. Press, target, drain, because we have 2 Squeeze, so we might as well discard our 2 Squeeze. Oh, it's Spirits, I see. Alright, well, we know our opponent's hand. We would like a land. Opponent draws another Noble Hierarch and Misty Rainforest. Alright, come on, deck. So we get back our Squeeze. Alright, Bloodstained Mire, crack Bloodstained Mire. Grab a mountain, play Desecrated Tomb, and now we're just looking for a discard outlet. Hallowed Fountain, off the... Misty. Opponent untaps. Well, we are close to getting our engine going. Opponent gets in with the noblest of hierarchs. Yep, down to 20. Opponent passes. Oh, play Bloodghast. Yeah, pass the turn. Alright, Rattle Chains. The Spell Queller! It's making our day very unhappy. The only good news is our opponent's hand does not have much. Breeding Pool. Opponent untaps. Opponent gets in. Yep, 4-3, sure. Down to 17. There's the Moorland Haunt. Opponent passes. That's not bad. That is not bad. So, 3 mode. Opponent's probably going to counter, but duress, kill, discard Squee, discard Squee. Because we get to discard regardless. There's the Spell Queller. Yep. Well, get in with Bloodghast. Opponent paths. Well, get our Swamp and pass the turn. So, opponent's out of action. 2 lands in hand. Gets in. We just need more ways to discard. Down to 13. So we get back our Squeeze. Start making bats. Get back a Squee. Make a bat. Bloodstain Mire. Well, play Stinkweed Imp. Play Bloodstain Mire for deck thinning purposes. We're a zombie infestation away from having exactly what we want. Alright, opponent's still got 2 lands. This is kind of working. No attacks. Well, crack Bloodstain Mire. Take a Blood Crypt. Tapped. Untap. That's Cathartic Reunion, and that is the draw we were waiting for. Discard 2 Squeeze. Draw some cards. Oh man, second Desecrated Tomb. Things are spiraling. We did whiff on more ways to draw cards, but... Alright, play Polluted Delta. Pass the turn. Island. It's in... Oh man, okay. Well, we are more than happy to block with Stinkweed. We want Stinkweed to die. Stinkweed dies, Spirit dies. Yup. Now we can start dredging. So crack Polluted Delta. Get the Overgrown Tomb. So get back our Squeeze. Make a bunch of bats. Oh man, this is exactly what we were trying to do. Squee, bats, dredge Stinkweed, bats. We did mill a Bloodghast. Well, let's play Stinkweed. Play Blood Crypt. Get back Bloodghast. Make some bats. And pass the turn. Supreme Phantom, gonna pump the spirits, sure. We just want more ways to loot. That's all we really want. Opponent, no attacks. That is the draw we were waiting for. So now we're gonna Thought Seize, just to make sure there's no Spell Queller. Drog Skull Captain. Yep. Well, we have our engine. Zombie infestation. Pass the turn. And now it's just bad again. Bad again. I don't think our opponent can beat this. It's working. Opponent gets in. Sure. Well, I mean, block with Stinkweed Imp. Opponent pass. I believe we're out of basics. Well, discard, discard. Make a zombie. Get back our Squeeze. Make some bats. Well, get in with Bloodghast. Opponent blocks. Sure. Play Bloodstain Mire. Get back Bloodghast. Make some bats. Maybe this deck actually works. Pass the turn. We're like 2 turns away from just straight up winning. Opponent passes. Well, discard the Squeeze. Make a zombie. Untap. Back our Squeeze. Oh, this is a thing of beauty. Squee. 2 more bats. Squee. 2 more bats. Whew. Okay. Well, play Desecrated Tomb. Alright, opponent drew a Spell Queller. That's fine. I think we gotta wait 1 more turn of bat making. Man, opponent drawn their best cards, but I'm still not sure how they get through these bats, honestly. Rattle Chains. Rattle Chains. Yep, give some stuff hexproof. Opponent. Alright, discard our Squeeze. Make a zombie. Back our Squee. So right now, every turn for 0 mana, we are making the equivalent of Lingering Souls with Flashback and getting a 2/2 zombie token. Ooh, Lightning Axe. Alright, I think we win here. So we just Lightning Axe, kill Drog Skull Captain, discard Squee, go to combat, and that's what we were trying to do. The grind. The grind was real and pretty beautiful. That was impressive of our deck. So going to sideboarding, I think we're going to go down Thought Seizes, go up Dark Blast, go up Damnation, and Destructive Revelry. Yeah, try it like that. This hand, on the draw. Yeah, I think we got a mulligan, the 1-lander. Alright. Hopefully we find some looting effects. Botanical Sanctum. Well, Blood Crypt tapped. I don't know. This hand's not looking super exciting. Opponent gets in. Yep, down to 19. Come on, deck. Well, Overgrown Tomb tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks. Hallowed Fountain, untapped. So, Rattle Chains? Yep, there's Rattle Chains. Opponent, it's in for 3. And runs out a Lord. Alright, down to 15. Windswept Eve. Opponent passes. I actually think we have to play Stinkweed. I would like to get our zombie infestation engine going, but I think having a blocker is more important. Opponent probably has a path. Hallowed Fountain. Alright, tapped. Horizon Canopy. Oh dear. That's a good Spirit's Hand. Spirit's incoming. Another Drog Skull. Oh god. God almighty. Yeah. Alright. Looking a bit over. Passes. Dark Blast Noble Hierarch. Play Zombie Infestation. And pass the turn. Alright. There's a path and that does it. Yeah. That was a little more brutal. Let's go up to Other Damnation. Try it like that. Alright. We are on the play. All our combo pieces, 0 lands. Alright, this is keepable. We got a Tomb, we got a Bloodghast, we got some card draw. Land we do need, so keep it on top. So Blood Crypt, untapped, Faithless Looting. Discard Bloodghast, discard Lightning Axe. Pass the turn. Botanical Sanctum, and there's Noble Hierarch. Alright, opponent passes. Oh, Bloodstained Mire. Get back Bloodghast. Crack Bloodstained Mire. Get a Swamp and just kill Noble Hierarch. Pass the turn. Opponent. Another Noble Hierarch. And Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. Alright, well, get in with Bloodghast. Alright, opponent paths. Grab a Swamp. Blue to down. Grab a Swamp and get down Desecrated Tomb. Pass the turn. Alright, Supreme Phantom for our opponent. And Horizon Canopy. Passes. Yeah, let's Damnation. Wow, opponent sacks the land. Interesting. Pass the turn. Come on, Squeeze. We just need Squeeze. Another Noble Hierarch. Opponent passes. Well, Faithless Looting. Discard Bloodghast and Overgrown Tomb. Play the Mountain. Get back Bloodghast. Make a bat. And pass the turn. Opponent cracks down to 17. Hallowed Fountain tapped. Opponent passes. Well, get him with Bloodghast. Opponent takes it. Play Faithless Looting. Discard Golgari Thug Bloodghast. Play Blackleaf Cliffs. Get back Bloodghast. Make a bat. And pass the turn. Alright, there's the Coco. How good does our opponent hit? Mausoleum Wanderer and Rattle Chains. Alright, those cards are not that great without a Lord. I mean, they're fine, but it doesn't get them through our bats. Plains for our opponent. 2 cards in hand. Goes to combat and passes. Alright, so we dredge Golgari Thug. Make a bat. Faithless Looting. Dredge Stinkweed. Alright, there's a Squee. Yeah, dredge Golgari Thug. Discard Golgari Thug. Make a couple bats. Go to combat. Get in with the Bloodghast. And yeah, let's just pass. I think we want to cast Cathartic Reunion. Worship. Uh-oh. Well, now we're going to have to stop dredging because we're going to need Damnation to win the game. Or we do have one Destructive Revelry, but we should find them eventually. Squee bouncing back. Get a bat. No dredge. So play Desecrated Tomb. Cathartic Reunion, discard Stinkweed and Squee. And we're just going to naturally draw Stinkweed, Cathartic Reunion. Go attacking. Opponent takes it. Down to 3. Selfless Spirit. Yep. Pumps Mausoleum Wanderer. I think we're still in pretty good shape. Another Mausoleum Wanderer. Yep. Opponent passes. Squee comes back. We get a bat. 2 bats. No dredging. There's Destructive Revelry. We just need a green source. So, Cathartic Reunion. Discard Squee. Discard Stinkweed. No dredge. Dark Blast is pretty sweet. So, kill Rattle Chains. Play Bloodstained Mire. Get back Bloodghast. Make some bats. Crack Bloodstained Mire. Stomping Grounds tapped. And pass the turn. So we're going for the win next turn. Opponent passing. Alright, we untap. Squee comes back. We make a couple bats. No dredge. Destructive Revelry Worship. Opponent drops to 1. And the bat attack? Everything? At your face? Ugh. Settle the wreckage. Okay. That was not a card I was expecting. I will readily admit that. Well, Faithless Looting. Dredge Dark Blast. Draw a card. Discard Squee and Golgari Thug. Dark Blast, Selfless Spirit. Opponent sacks. And, alright, well, play Stinkweed. Pass the turn. And opponent scoops it up through the worship, through the Settle the Wreckage. Too many bats, too many bats. And the deck feels pretty good. Taking down spirits pretty impressively. Wow, 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 wow. Sweet. All right, against the odds time, we are, holy discard. We're playing some Squeeze Tomb, and all right, we're going to keep this and hope we're playing against a combo deck. Or a little creature deck. If we're playing against like burn or combo, this hand is insane. We have like 0 of our combo pieces. Okay, it is burn. So this hand should be very good. Lightning Bolt. Pass the turn. Inspiring Vantage. Ooh, opponent drew a Goblin Guide. That's actually a pretty good draw. Opponent gets in. Yep, Bloodghast on top. Well, that's an easy discard. So Overgrown Tomb, untapped. Collective Brutality, 3 modes. Duress, Kill, Drain. Discard Stinkweed, discard Bloodghast. Take Lava Spike. Opponent's got Eidolon and Monastery Swiftspear. Mountain. And there's Eidolon. Opponent passing. Well, Dredge Stinkweed. 2 mode, Collective Brutality. Drain and Kill. Discard Stinkweed. Pass the turn. Sacred Foundry. Untapped. There's a Monastery Swiftspear. And a Skullcrack. Alright, yup. Opponent getting in with Swiftspear. Sure. Down to 11. Now I think we just draw? No dredge. There's a land. Okay, so play the land. Get back 2 Bloodghast. Collective Brutality. Kill Swiftspear. Pass the turn. Well, this is a weird hand, but it might be working. Mountain and Lava Spike. Yup. Okay, so this time we will dredge. We will dredge Stinkweed. All right, there's a Squee. Play Stinkweed. Get in with our Bloodghast. Pass the turn. Opponent. Passing. So we get back Squee. Yeah, let's dredge Stinkweed. Go attacking. Hit our opponent to 5. Play a Stinkweed. Pass the turn. And I think this awkward hand is actually gonna work. Okay. That actually worked. Not exactly sure how, but against burn, we actually don't have much in the sideboard that is specifically good against burn. But that worked well. All right, we'll keep it. I mean, yeah. Lightning Axe to kill something. Collective Brutality to kill something. And we have Zombie Infestation to start working towards our squeeze. Opponent gets in. Yep, down to 19. Well, Blackleaf Cliffs go. Wooded Foothills. Opponent cracks it. Mountain. Lava Spike. Yep, down to 16. Opponent gonna go attacking. Well, let's just Lightning Axe, discard Bloodghast. And Rift Bolt suspended. Okay. Come on, Squeeze. Ooh, Cathartic Reunion. Bloodstained Mire. Get back Bloodghast. Crack Bloodstained Mire. Grab a Swamp. Cathartic Reunion. Discard Stinkweed and Blood Crypt. And, alright, Dredge. Draw. Alright, there's a land. Well, pass the turn. Rift Bolt coming down. Hits us down to 12. Opponent, Eidolon. Yeah. Land, and passes. Alright, yeah, let's dredge, because we're going to Brutality this turn anyway. There's a Squee. So get in with Bloodghast. Hit our opponent, down to 19. Collective Brutality, 3 modes. Duress, Kill, Drain. Discard both Stinkweeds. Temporarily down to 10, but then back up to 12. Take the Bolt. Yup. Stomping Grounds, tapped. Get back our Bloodghast. And I think we're at a high enough life total that we can probably grind our opponent out. We have 1 Squeeze so far. Alright, Eidolon. Thankfully, we don't need to cast too many spells. Squee comes back. Yes. Dredge Stinkweed. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Opponent takes it. Well, play Zombie Infestation. Pass the turn. Opponent. Goblin Guide. I don't even know if our opponent can attack, honestly. Gets in with Goblin Guide. Reveals. Cathartic Reunion. Alright, well, discard. Make a zombie. Block Goblin Guide. Stay at 10. Get back Squee. Dredge Stinkweed. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Opponent blocks. Yep. So now we can Cathartic Reunion. Discard Squee and Stinkweed. Dredge. And opponent just scoops it up. Scoops it up, scoops it up. Well, we didn't Desecrated Tomb that game, but man, we just stomped him. All right, against the odds time, we are playing, oh my god, this is a good hand. We are playing some Squee's Tomb in Modern, and this hand looks pretty solid. Polluted Delta, go. Cavern of Souls. I think we can grind with humans and Ether Vial. Well, crack Polluted Delta. Get a Blood Crypt. Opponent passes. Well, Bloodstained Mire. Crack Bloodstained Mire. Get a Swamp. Cathartic Reunion. Bloodghast. Alright, there's lands. That's good. That's very good. Pass the turn. Ether Vial. Taking up Ziggurat for our opponent. Vials in Champion. And Thalia. Thalia's a little bit annoying here. Opponent passes. Oh, Blood Crypt tapped. No. We're actually going to not get back the Bloodghast yet. Pass the turn. Vial taken up. Freebooter. Huh. Alright, Freebooter resolves. I guess we got to kill Freebooter. Discard Thug. This is definitely making us slow. Opponent gets to see our hand. Yep, growing the dorks. And it looks like they have it. Of course. Oh my god, do I hate humans. Oh my goodness, it is the worst. Every time you play against humans, you feel like, oh, this deck there's no way it can win. It's horrible. And then every time they just have the perfect combination of cards to allow them to stay in the game. No Dredge. We got to draw, well, we did draw Removal. Play Zombie Infestation. Pass the turn. Vial ticking up. Oh, that's brutal. Unclaimed Territory on human. Mantis Rider. Oh, man. Well, I guess that's humans doing the human thing. Really? Alright, well, never mind. We just saw literally the ideal humans draw. Bring in Dark Blast. Bring in 2 Damnations. Go down Thought Seizes. And maybe go down, like, Collective Brutality for Destructive Revelry and 1 Thug for Destructive Revelry. Maybe we gotta go down 2 Thugs for the Lightning Axe. Try it like that. And let's run it back. Alright, we'll keep this. We got a removal spell. We got a Zombie Infestation. Seachrome Coast. And Ether Vial. Yep. Alright, play Polluted Delta. Pass the turn. Opponent takes up Vial. Cavern of Souls. Alright, Ether Vial for Champion. And Kite Sail. Alright, crack Polluted Delta. Get a Blood Crypt. Untapped. Down to 17. Freebooter resolves. Lightning Axe Freebooter. Discard Stinkweed. Yep. And passes. Well, Dredge Stinkweed. Ugh. We milled essentially all of our tombs. Well, Polluted Delta. Crack Polluted Delta. Get a Swamp. Play Zombie Infestation. Vial. Cavern of Souls. On human. Noble Hierarch. Yep. And Noble Hierarch. Growing the Champion. Opponent gets in. Yeah, take it. Down to 10. Opponent passes. We draw. Thug. Oh, Blood Crypt. Untapped. Oh, this is so scary. Play Stinkweed. Really need Stinkweed to stick around. No Reflector Mages. No Path to Exiles. Vial ticking up. Champion. Oh, man. Come on. Not Reflector Mage. Opponent passing. Yeah, let's discard. Make a zombie. Untap. Dredge Stinkweed. Play Stinkweed. Pass the turn. Vial. Taken up. Opponent gets in. Alright, well. Kill Noble Hierarch. Oh, they draw a Meddling Mage. Alright. Rose the Champion. Opponent passes. Well, no Dredge. Swamp. Well, that's Faithless Looting. No Dredge. No Dredge. Discard Blackcleave Cliffs. Destructive Revelry. Play Overgrown Tomb tapped. Get back Bloodghast. Ugh, that Meddling Mage. Not good for us. Pass the turn. Alright, we need our Damnation again, deck. We need our Damnation. Opponent goes to combat. Gets in. Yeah, we gotta take it. We died of malcontents, if that's a thing people are still doing. I don't think it is too much with Militia Bugler, but down to 5. Opponent passes. Damnation. No dredge. Ugh. Ugh. Pass the turn. Another land. Vial ticking up. All right. Opponent goes to combat. Vial's in. Mantis Rider. Okay. Attacks. Attacks. Block. Block. We need to draw Damnation. Come on, deck. No dredge. Squee. And we are officially dead. Oh, so close. We just couldn't find it. We couldn't find it. Oh. All right. Wow. All right. Against the odds time, we are playing Squee's Tomb in Modern. All right. I mean, we can make some zombies and dredge. We don't have a tomb, but hopefully we find it eventually. Bloodstained Mire, you. Opponent. Ooh, Celestial Colonnade. Well, our zombie making plan will hopefully be good against control. Not to mention endless blood gas and the like. Grab a Blood Crypt. Tapped. I'll play Blackleaf Glyphs. Play Zombie Infestation. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a land and passes. Well, discard 2 Stinkweeds. Make a zombie. Untap. Yeah, let's dredge. Well, there's a Bloodghast. So, play the land. Get back Bloodghast. Thoughtseize our opponent. Alright, cracks Flooded Strand. Watery Grave. Interesting. So, Esper control. And Mana Leak. Alright. Well, no paying. Go attacking. Hit our opponent. And pass the turn. This might be enough, even without our super sweet tomb. Opponent passing. Alright, well, discard, discard. Make a zombie. Untap. Dredge Stinky. Go attacking. Opponent takes it. Well, crack Polluted Delta. Grab a Swamp. Faithless Looting. Dredge Stinkweed. Dredge Stinkweed. Discard, discard. Do we get any squeeze? Still no oh, there's one. All right, we did get a squee. All right, so we're getting closer to where we want to be. No more blood gas yet. Opponent's passing. All right, so get back squee. And yeah, let's dredge. Go attacking. Found another squee. All right, cryptic counter draw. Well, that's faithless looting. Well, dredge 1 and draw 1. Fetch land's not bad. Stinkweed, Stinkweed. And pass the turn. Blooded Strand. Alright, Supreme Verdict blows up the board. That slows us down a smidge. Well, that's Zombie Infestation. Discard, discard. Untap. Get back 2 squeeze. I think we got a dredge. I think we want to hit more blood gas. Well, there's 2 more. Play Bloodstained Mire, and there's the rest of our squeeze. So now we can stop dredging. We have the full engine. Get back our blood gas. Go attacking. Opponent cracks. Gets a plains. Yeah, pass a blood gas. Do we have lands? We got 1. Man, we got a lot of Desecrated Tombs left. Well, go attacking. Hit our opponent. Down to 4. Play Stinkweed him. Pass the turn. And our opponent's under a lot of pressure. They pretty much have to not take 1 more attack. Opponent ops. And ops. Lingering Souls. I think we actually... So we get back all of our squeeze. Let's just draw for a Desecrated Tomb. Zombie Infestation. Alright, go attacking. Opponent blocks and blocks. Drops to 1. But I mean, we get to keep making zombies each turn. With the squeeze, we just, even without Desecrated Tomb, we just get 2 zombies for free each turn. Prairie Stream. To Fairy. Draws a card. And we just out-zombied our opponent pretty nicely. That was not bad, not bad, not bad. So against control, I think we can go down Lightning Axe. Go up Destructive Revelries for Graveyard Hate. I'm also tempted to bring in Blood Moons. Man, maybe go down, actually, let's go down to Cathartic Reunion and leave 3 thugs. Getting that countered's pretty brutal. And, alright. I mean, we got a Blood Moon, and we got a Stomping Ground to find our land, so this is fine. Flooded Strand for our opponent, and passes. Well, Stomping Grounds, untapped, Faithless Looting. We mostly just need to find lands. Watery Grave, tapped. Alright, discard, Bloodghast, and Squee. Pass the turn. Glacial Fortress. and passes. All right, so we get back Squee, draw Stinkweed, play Blackleaf Cliffs, get back Bloodghast, and I mean, I guess we start eating through counters. Zombie Infestation. All right, Path's Bloodghast, interesting. We'll grab a Swamp, Infestation resolves, and Blood Moon could be pretty good here. Island and Lingering Souls. All right, well, let's make some zombies. Discard Stinkweeds, discard Squee and Revelry. Make some zombies. Get back Squee. Dredge Stinkweed. Found another Squee, that's good. Well, run out our Blood Moon. And unless our opponent has like Relic of, and our opponent scoops it up! Woo! Take it down. Our opponent playing some Esper Control. And this deck, it's pretty legit. It is pretty legit. Whoo, sweet. All right. Against the odds time, we are playing Squee's Tomb in Modern. And we're going to keep this mostly on the strength of Faithless Looting. Urza is mine. All right. Well, hopefully our opponent doesn't assemble Tron for a day or two. Bloodstained Mire, crack it, get a Blood Crypt, untapped. We do have some sideboard cards. Faithless Looting, discard, discard. Well, there's our Tomb. I just don't know if they're fast enough if our opponent's hand is decent. Bone it, untaps, cracks. Ancient Stirrings, finds Expedition Map. Forest, all right. Well, it's not going to be turn 3 Tron. There's Expedition Map. Opponent passing. So we get back Squee. Draw a Thoughtseize. Yeah, let's Thoughtseize. Wormcoil, Haze of Pollen. This is a lot of cards we can't beat. I think we gotta take Sylvan Scrying and hope our opponent doesn't assemble Tron and just whiffs on lands for a while. Because I don't think we can beat either of Ugin or Wormcoil. Alright, Bloodghast, go. We can start making bats at some point. Opponent cracks. Tower, plays it, and passes. Well, get in with Bloodghast, hit our opponent, play Polluted Delta, crack Polluted Delta, get a Blood Crypt, untapped, run out Desecrated Tomb, pass the turn. Come on, no Tron. Here comes Tron. Yep. That's exactly what we were hoping our opponent wouldn't draw. Well, Tron assembled. So untap, start with Faithless Looting. Discard Stinkweed, discard Stinkweed. Cathartic Reunion, discard Squee and Stinkweed, dredge, make some bats, hit our opponent. I mean, we get a ton of Squee value, but our opponent gets an Ugin, which can just keep wrathing our board. More Tron lands. Oh, opponent drew a Karn. Oh my goodness. Oh, the luck of the Tronish. Yeah, and that's game and a half. So we get back 3 Squees. Yep. We send everything at Karn. Yeah, there's a Haze of Pollen. Ugh. Oh, Tron. Well, we're getting close to the part where we dig into our sideboard for Damping Spheres and Blood Moons. Looting, discard. Yeah. There's not really any sense to continue. We can't beat Ugin by itself, and we definitely can't beat Ugin and Karn. So Damping Spheres in, Blood Moons in, Destructive Revelries in, Lightning Axe out, Collective Brutality out, 2 Golgari Thugs out. And try it like that. All right, we're on the play. Thoughtseize, make zombies. Nope. And I think we got a mulligan. Oh, no. Well, okay. We got a Blood Moon. That's something. We don't have much of a clock to go with it. All right, we'll keep Thoughtseize to protect our Blood Moon. So Blood Crypt tapped. Pass the turn. I mean, I guess Zombie Infestation is sort of a clock. Tower. And Expedition Map. Hooray. Opponent passes. Thoughtseize our opponent. Ugin, Sylvan Scrying, Chromatic Sphere. Alright, take Chromatic Sphere, play Bloodstained Mire, pass the turn. Opponent, Forest, and Sylvan Scrying. Well, crack Bloodstained Mire, grab a Swamp. Opponent grabs a Power Plant, yep, and passes. Oh, there's a Squee. So play Bloodstained Mire, crack it for a Swamp. Play Zombie Infestation, pass the turn. Power Plant. More Sylvan Scryings. Alright, well, opponent doesn't have much going on. Are we? Alright, just all the ways to assemble lands. I guess they will ramp into Ugin eventually. Discard, discard. Make a zombie. Well, come on, zombies. Get back, Squee. Yes, please. Draw land. Play Blood Moon. Get in with a zombie. All right. Are we fast enough before our opponent draws out of it? Hit our opponent down to 18. Mine. Cracks map. Tower. Cracks map. All right. Discard. Discard. Up to 2 zombies. Yep. Opponent passes. Get back, Squee. All right. More lands. Hit our opponent to 14. Pass the turn. No Oblivion. Oh, no. Oh, that's such a good draw. All right, only a Chromatic Star. So that's a redraw, but it's not as bad as what could have been. There's a star. Oblivion Stone and Wormcoil are our worst enemies here. Map. Cracks it. We discard. Make a zombie. Untap, get back, Squee. Hit our opponent down to 8. So we're presenting lethal. Wormcoil Engine beats us. Opponent. Do they have Wormcoil? Whoo! Fast enough! Zombie Infestation Blood Moon. We didn't draw the tomb, but it was just barely fast enough. All right. Well, yeah, it worked. Run it back. We'll try this. Trust that looting will find us what we need in time. All right. Relic's annoying. Opponent passes. Well, Mountain, Faithless Looting. Discard Squee. Discard Thug. Pass the turn. Opponent eats our Thug. Untaps. Oh dear. Feels kind of like a turn 3 Tron hand. Well, eats our looting. Opponent passing. Get back, Squee. Well, play Swamp. Thoughtseize our opponent. Well, they don't have Tron yet. Let's take Karn. Faithless Looting. Discard Stinkweed Squee. Pass the turn. No green mana. No green mana. Alright. Opponent gives up on the Relic. Draws a card. Looking for that green mana. Finds green mana. Sylvan's crying. Oh dear, opponent. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, I guess they got 2 draws, and they hit it. Expedition map. All right. Opponent passing. Well, we got a Cathartic Reunion. Discard the 2 Stinkweeds. No dredge. Not a land. No dredge. Not a land. No dredge. All right. Polluted Delta. Crack it. Get a Swamp. Thoughtseize our opponent. Take Worldbreaker. And now we get to see the power of Ancient Stirrings. Opponent gets to go 5 cards deep to hit a card and beat us. Tron. Stirrings. Wow, just a Chromatic Star. Okay. Bullet temporarily dodged. Star. Sphere. Cracks it. Cracks it. Sanctum of Ugin. Opponent passing. No dredge. Well, I mean, this is all we can do. Blood Moon you. Off Tron temporarily. No clock, though, which is bad. Tower. Cracks. Ugh. Ballista. Okay. Opponent passing. Well, let's dredge. Mill a couple blood gas, but we don't have a land at the moment. So let's lead on Faithless Looting. Look for a land. All right, there's a land. So land and dredge. Discard the Stinkweeds. Play Black Cleave Cliffs. Get back our blood gas. Thoughtseize our opponent. Take the Ugin. Play Zombie Infestation. Pass the turn. Maybe. Can we beat a Walking Ballista? Oh, no. Oh, counter on Ballista. All right. No attacks. All right, we draw. Yeah, let's dredge. All right, there's a Squee and a Bloodghast. So let's Faithless Looting. Dredge. Draw. Discard the Stinkweeds. Go attacking. Opponent's going to kill some Bloodghast action. Ping, ping. Take 2. Oh, Blood Crypt. Get back our Bloodghast. The engine is running. If our opponent doesn't draw Graveyard Hate, pass the turn. Land. Ugh, Oblivion Stone is not good for us. Counter on Ballista. Yup. Opponent passing. All right. Get back our Squeeze. No dredge. Attack with everything. Opponent blocks. Pings. Pings. Takes 2. Well, pass the turn. Sanctum. We knew about that. Opponent's passing. All right, well, discard the Squeeze. Or a Squee. Discard. Discard. Untap. Squeeze coming back to our hand. Yup. No dredge. Desecrated Tomb. All right. That is a good way to rebuild. Attack with everything. Wow. Opponent takes it. That is surprising. All right. Pass the turn. There's the Oblivion Stone. And let's see what happens. Land for our opponent. Gets back Worldbreaker. Cast Worldbreaker. exiles a land. Sanctum of Ugin. For what? Wormcoil. Oh, they can immediately cast it. Yeah, now I don't think we can win. Man! Oh, so close to taking down the hated Tron. So opponent passes. Play Desecrated Tomb. Play Polluted Delta. We do get to make a bunch of bats. But now we just gotta pass. Land. Million mana. Opponent. Oh no. They had to draw perfectly. They did draw perfectly. But we forced them to draw perfectly. Yep, we get a bat. Oh no! Well, the luck of the Tron, as they say. Opponents. Wow. Urza's Factory is their only... Okay. Well, that could have went worse. I mean, I guess technically we're still alive. Gets in with Wormcoil. Okay. Well, we will take 6. Opponent gains a bunch of life. And passes. So we untap. Well, that is exactly Zombie Infestation. Well, that is a good draw. We still need our opponent to whiff, but attack with everything. Opponent blocks a bat. Yep. Drops to 2. Well, we play Zombie Infestation. Pass the turn. Come on. No top decks. Factory. Makes a token. Okay. Opponent. Yep. Scoops it up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe we beat Tron there. Desecrated Tomb, the bats. I wrote that match off. I wrote it off. I thought we were done. When the Wormcoil came down, I thought we were done. We outbatted a Wormcoil. I mean, we did get a bit lucky that our opponent fizzled-ish on their Ancient Stirrings. That could have been game-ending, but they ran pretty poorly with that. But they ran well to get the Wormcoil down, and it's backcountry. It's backcountry. So what do we learn this week about Squee's Tomb in Modern? And the deck was great. It was so good. We played 5 matches. We won 4 of them, only losing to humans, which gives us an 80% match win percentage. As far as games, we won 9 out of 13, which is also like 75+%. So the deck just kind of actually crushed it. And even better, we played almost all real decks. It's not like we ran into the weird like draft decks in Modern or really crazy rogue brews. We took down Vant Spirits, one of the hottest decks since M19. We took down Tron. We took down a Esper control deck. We took down Naya Burn. So we played all like tier 1, tier 2 decks, and Squee's Tomb was just really insane and really, really strong. So the engine is just very, very good. We have so many card draw spells with Faithful Suiting and Cathartic Reunion to get things going. The Dredge helps us find our Squeeze. And then once we find a Zombie Infestation and Desecrated Tomb, it is really hard for a lot of decks to win. And we were even able to fight through some graveyard hate, like against the Tron deck. We beat a Wormcoil, unbelievably, with bats against the Tron deck. So I was just very impressed with this deck overall. The ability to just generate so much value repeatedly for free is very, very strong. We have so much mana available that we can cast our card draw spells and just do crazy things. And then once we get going, it might not look like much, especially in a powerful format like Modern, but getting a zombie or two, 3, 4 bats every turn, that's enough to beat a lot of decks. It's so hard for creature-y decks to actually kill us because we just have infinite blockers. And eventually, like a great example of this was Vant Spirits, where we were able to just make so many bats our opponent really couldn't do anything. They were playing Lords and giving their team hexproof and doing all this tricky stuff. And we were like, yeah, sure, like make your massive flyers. We're just going to keep making some bats. And eventually we just got so many bats that we could go around and attack with like 16 bats or 20 bats and win the game. So I don't know. I think Squee's Tomb is actually pretty competitive, and obviously the graveyard hate thing is an issue. We have answers for it, but we are susceptible to graveyard hate if we get stuck in a position where we have a bunch of dead cards with Desecrated Tomb and we're just trying to like make zombies and play Stinkweeds and Bloodgas and win that way. Hardcast Squeeze. Our deck looks a little bit silly when that happens, but if we can kill or dodge the graveyard hate, The deck is very, very strong. We got answers for most situations. I will say there is one card that I really wished I had put in the deck and didn't put in the deck, and that is Deckmore Salvage. So there were a couple of times where we would get a bunch of Bloodghast in the graveyard, and we were left hoping that we would draw a land, and we often did, but playing a couple copies of Deckmore Salvage would give us a land that we could dredge over, discard to Faithless Looting or Cathartic Reunion, and then if we get in that position in the late game where we have multiple Bloodghast in the graveyard, we could always just dredge it back and play it. So I feel like the deck probably should have at least one Deckmore Salvage, maybe two. You don't want too many because it is clunky and it does come into play tapped, and in a lot of games it would be our worst land, but having that free graveyard value to get back Bloodghast, I think that was a bit of an oversight. So I wish we had one or two Deckmore Salvage. We didn't get punished for it, but it would be a nice addition to the mana base. So overall, I don't know what to say. Desecrated Tomb, it felt pretty modern playable. It was like a free Bitter Blossom that just kept generating value and generating value. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe if this exact build isn't it because it's too dependent on the graveyard or whatever, I feel like this is close and that the engine is very strong. And if people keep brewing and working on it, might actually find a pretty competitive deck built around Desecrated Tomb, Zombie Infestation, and just the engine of Squeeze and Bloodghast and so forth. So, anyway, that's been our Against Odds for this week. Squeeze Tomb for Modern. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.